I roam, Chicago is.
There's the Chicago we learn about in history books, but a social media sensation is proving there's a lot more to our city's narrative than what's written.
Joining us now, self-taught award-winning historian Sherman Dilla Thomas to help us see Chicago through his own lens. Welcome, sir. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
Really honored to be here.
There are so many influencers, fashionistas on social media. You picked history.
Well, I picked history because it's kind of ingrained in my soul. My dad was once bodyguard for Mayor Harold Washington.
Wow.
My mom was an oncology nurse at the University of Chicago. I've lived in a bungalow my whole life on the south side of Chicago. So Chicago and its history is kind of ingrained in me.
So then how did you have the brilliant idea to combine your love of history with the platform of social media?
You know, all good ideas come from your wife.
Oh, so true. Oh, good job.
Right?
Yeah.
So
down.
I was, my daughter brought the phone to me. She wanted to join TikTok. She was a little young at the time. And so my wife had the bright idea that said, hey, why don't you teach some of those history lessons you're always talking to us about? Why don't you and Bailey do those on TikTok together? My daughter didn't want any parts of it, so I did it on my own, and here we are.
We're going to get into the history in a moment. Dilla, where is that from?
Well, funny enough, my mom said I could sell her anything like a used car dealer on Western Avenue. So that's where Dilla.
I have to tell you, you're influential. My goodness. Did you ever think that your social media presence would go as viral as it has?
It's astonishing to me when I look at the metrics from my posts, and not just that, I was just in Starbucks and a guy was like, hey, can I take your picture?
Wow.
My favorite part about all of that, though, is the civic pride that's coming from that. People are so proud to be from Chicago after watching one of the posts or taking one of the tours. So I didn't think that would happen, but I'm happy that it did.
Okay, so you just mentioned the tours. So tell us what type of tours you offer.
Yeah, I run Chicago Mahogany tours, and we do neighborhood tours. I'll pick you up downtown. I'm not doing a downtown tour, but we'll take you through Bridgeport. We'll take you through Roseland, Bronzeville, North Lawndale, Uptown, Rogers Park. And we tell you everything about where those names come from. We talk about the good stuff, how the guy that started the Universal Studios is from Wicker Park. But we also talk about how those neighborhoods formed out, right? So we talk about redlining, we talk about restricted racial covenants, we talk about who the street's named for. It's a complete history lesson on any particular neighborhood that we're in.
So you touched on some of the deeper meanings that your tour offers that maybe some others
Yeah.
just simply stay away from.
Yeah, I think if you know the complete picture of a thing, then you can appreciate the thing that much more, right? You know, it's beautiful that we have Little Village, but how did that neighborhood form? I think Bridgeport is a cool example of Irish heritage, but how did that neighborhood form? And so when you know the origins of something, you appreciate it a little bit more. We try to tell the whole story on my tours.
So now you've had such tremendous growth. I mean, just from your early days on TikTok, now you're running all of these tours. You're on the buses. Sometimes you're getting off the bus, walking around,
Yep.
right? So when are these tours happening? Like,
Well, so we do private groups in
Okay.
schools Monday through Friday, and then on Saturday and Sundays, you can go to my website, chicagomahogany.com, and those are the tours that are open to the public. So you can book them, and it's only one means, so I kind of rotate the neighborhoods. We try to be thematic, right? So it was January, and Dr. Martin Luther King was here in Chicago. He lived in North Lawndale while he was here, and so that's where the neighborhood tours were, North Lawndale. Black History Month's coming up, so we're going to do Bronzeville.
okay, well, Jeremy, we're going to get a little taste of some of Dilla's knowledge here. You know what, you're a natural-born teacher, too, because this is part of what you're doing in these tours is you're teaching. So let's talk about this first photo that we have. This looks like a parade that's happening or a march of some kind.
Yeah, absolutely. So that picture is a depiction of Madam C.J. Walker's beauty school that she had here in Chicago. Chicago was actually her #1 hub. She made the most money out of here. I love that picture because, one, it shows you that Dr. Martin Luther King Drive was formerly called South Parkway Boulevard. And then it also gives you an example of the old phone numbers, right? You used to have to call the operator and say, hey, give me Oakland 1677. And so that's such a beautiful, organic history lesson in one picture. And then look how fierce the people in the parades look. They look amazing.
Yes, I love it. Gorgeous. And then this next photo, it looks like something nobody ever wants to see.
Yeah.
Some fish ashore. What's going on? They washed ashore.
That can't
all the
be
way
good.
up, yeah, well, and it didn't smell good either. All the way up
I was
until
like,
the 1970s, they're about. Every summer, fish that sadly passed away would wash up on shores, and Lake Michigan would stink. Now, the good part about that is a lot of Chicagoans would have gardens in their backyards, and so they would all come down to Lake Michigan and collect the fish and then put them in their gardens as fertilizer. And so, you know, and then also the cats of Chicago loved it very much too.
Well, now does this speak to like the condition of the lake?
Yep.
I'm concerned about the pollution, maybe. And then we have a next photo. This kind of showcases what you were talking about earlier about how, sort of, with the passage of time, certain areas of Chicago, of course, go through changes and look very differently.
Yeah,
Tell us about
and
this.
sometimes we
block.
lose historical gems, right? So that's the Potomac apartment buildings. It was formerly located on 30th in Michigan. What we call Bronzeville today used to be called Grand Boulevard, and that was actually like almost the Gold Coast of Chicago. It was really, really palatial places. And so on the tours, we'll like take you in front of that site. We'll populate that picture, and then we'll show you what's there now, right? And so sometimes it's not the best lesson because now it's a vacant lot, and what could that building have been doing if it was still here? Sometimes we lose history in the name of urban development, which isn't always a good thing, right? We knocked down Robert Todd Lincoln's mansion off of Lakeshore Drive in the name of urban development. So, but yeah, that's the kind of stuff we do on my channel and on my bus.
Unbelievable. Dilla, thank you so much.
I really
appreciate it. To learn more about Dilla's Chicago Mahogany Tours, head to this website, chicagomahogany.com, or call him at the number on your screen. He's, of course, also on Instagram and TikTok.
I can't believe he's giving his number out, but
I know,
he said
it's crazy.
he's okay with this. So he is sharing his digits. Dilla, thank you so much.